Hey friends, we are so happy you're here at Camp TGIF. TGIF stands for Thank God It's Family, and we are so thankful that you and your family have decided to join us this summer. TGIF is really special because it's a time for your entire family to build incredible memories together while also growing closer to Jesus. It's going to be a phenomenal summer together, and we can't wait to get started. So parents, that means these videos aren't just for your kids. These videos are for your entire family. We want to see pictures and videos. Be sure to tag us on social media of you enjoying these Camp TGIF videos. We know you're going to have a blast together. So let's not waste another minute. Let's start Camp TGIF right now. I have to ask, do you like camping? I love to camp with my family. The hiking, the campfires, and especially the s'mores. Camping is one of my favorite ways to spend time with my family and time with God. One of my favorite camping stories happened a few years back in North Carolina. It was super late. We were already all tucked in our sleeping bags, snug as a bug in a rug. But my husband Nate woke us up and said there was a meteor shower going on outside. And I don't know if you know what that is, but basically it's just like shooting stars everywhere in the sky. So we woke the kids up, we bundled up in our warmest pajamas, we drove up a mountain in our truck, and then we laid in the back of the truck and just watched as the sky lit up with stars for hours. We lost count of how many shooting stars that we saw. They were so bright in the dark night sky. I had never seen anything like it before. That is what I love about camping. It interrupts your normal everyday life. It puts you in touch with your family and puts you in touch with God and the beautiful world He created. Have you ever been camping before? If so, I want you to chat with your family about your favorite camp memory. And if you've never been camping before, that's okay. Why don't you chat about what you would like to do if you went camping? And I've got to say, a living room campout is a really great idea too. Now, I mentioned earlier that one of my favorite parts of camping is going hiking. Now in Florida, we don't really have a ton of mountains, but you can still go on great epic hikes. And when you go hiking, it's very important that you bring the right gear. So let me ask you, if you're going hiking for a really long, rocky walk, do you think you'd want to wear Crocs or hiking boots? Do you think you'd want to bring a slushie or water? Let's be honest, I would love a slushie, but water is the right choice. And what if you go hiking when it's dark outside? You think you just skip out there with no supplies? Or should you bring a handy dandy flashlight? It is so important to carry a flashlight with you when you're camping and hiking. And today we're actually going to be talking about how important God's word is as the light to our path. Our bottom line today is God's word will light our way. So just like my flashlight will help guide me as I take my next steps on a long, windy hike, God's word will help us as we take our next steps following God.
What's up everybody, Pastor Mike here, and today we're talking all about how God's word will light our way. And so I thought it'd be fun if we played a game using a flashlight, okay? We're gonna play a version of charades, but instead of being able to see the person acting out the things, we're only going to use shadows. So let's just do an example real quick. What do you guys think this is? You guessed it, that was a frog. I'm just kidding, it was a dog. All right, now how about this one? Yep, that was me rowing a boat. So you guys see how this is done. Here's what's gonna happen. In a second, you're gonna turn all the lights in the room off, and then all you're gonna be able to use is your cell phone flashlight or a flashlight like this guy, and you are going to just do shadows to make all these things happen. Are you ready to do this? In just a second, we're gonna put a word on the screen that only the person acting it out should see, okay? So everybody close their eyes except for the person going, and this is your clue. All right, we're taking it off the screen now. Everybody, open your eyes and look at the shadow. What is this person acting out right now? What are they doing? All right, you got 10 seconds left. Did you get it? Yeah, that's right. They were being a bird. How many of you guys guessed bat? Oh man, did they have pointy ears? No, it was a bird. All right, next person. Are you ready? Everyone close your eyes. Person who's acting it out, look at the screen. All right, this is your clue. This is what you got to act out. All right, taking it off the screen. Everybody, you can look again. Look at that shadow. What do you think this person's acting out? How many of you guys thought it was a camel? No way, it was an elephant. Good job, everybody. All right, one more for the road. Everybody close your eyes except for the person acting it out. All right, did you see your word? All right, everyone open your eyes again and check out that shadow. 10 seconds left. Can you believe that person was surfing? That's pretty cool. Good job, everybody. You probably did amazing. I'm so proud of you. Shadow Charades is a good time. And remember, we're talking all about how God's word will light our way.
Hi friends, it's Miss Kaylee. Today we're talking about that God's word will light our way. Have you ever tried to make a Lego set without directions? It's impossible. One time I tried to make a Lego cake and it turned into a Lego castle. How is that even possible? The candles were towers. It was a whole mess. Or have you ever tried to make food without a recipe? One time I made pancakes without the recipe, but I put in way too much salt. Can you imagine salty pancakes? There was no amount of syrup that could save them. They were disgusting. Directions are so important. One time when I was a little girl, it was my very first time going to Disney World. I told my mom that all I wanted to do was ride Space Mountain. It looked so incredible, a roller coaster in the dark. So awesome. As soon as we got into the park, I ran straight to the castle, thinking that's where it would be, but Space Mountain was not there. I ran left to Frontierland, and it wasn't there either. I got on the Jungle Cruise and definitely was not Space Mountain. All I wanted to do was ride Space Mountain. And finally, my mom pulled out that huge map with every ride on it. And there it was, Space Mountain. We followed the map and booked it to Tomorrowland, and there it was in all its glory, Space Mountain! Now, would I have eventually found Space Mountain if I kept searching? Maybe, but it would have taken me a lot longer than if I would have followed the directions right away. Our Bible verse today comes from Psalm 119:105. It says, "Your word is a lamp for my feet, a light on my path." It's saying that God's word is like a light for us when we're walking. Like Pastor Ida said before, it helps us know the right way to go, like directions, which we all need. When we follow what God's word says, we can know the right way to go. God's word will light our way. This week, as you go through your everyday, try to remember God's word and to do what it says. It will lead you and guide you on your way. Maybe you can even memorize this week's verse found in Psalm 119. I encourage you to talk with your family about what we learned today and maybe share a story that you have of not following directions or getting lost. Reflect on what we learned. We can't wait to see you next week here at TGIF.